From red carpets to rooftop parties, from Hollywood to Belgrade, Gerard Butler's love life has traveled almost as far as his film career. Over the past 2 decades, the Scottish star has been linked to a whirlwind of women, models, actresses, TV personalities, from the U.S. to Italy, Romania to Serbia. Some romances sparked fast and faded faster. Others nearly led to forever. Whether he was getting cozy with a reality star, falling for an international supermodel, or quietly dating behind the scenes, Butler has kept fans guessing with every new tabloid headline. In this video, we're taking you through every public relationship and rumored fling, from 2003 to 2024. Buckle up, because Gerard's dating history is global, dramatic, and full of surprises. Let's get into it. Morgan Brown, the on-and-off romance that just won't quit. When Gerard Butler met Morgan Brown in 2014, few expected the Hollywood bad boy to stick around. But what followed was a turbulent, passionate, and long-lasting relationship that spanned nearly a decade. Morgan, a successful interior designer and former model, met Butler through mutual friends, and their connection was instant. Just weeks later, the couple was spotted on a PDA-heavy beach date in Malibu, setting the tone for a love story filled with red carpets, breakups, and more comebacks than a Netflix reboot. Though deeply connected, their relationship was anything but smooth sailing. Over the years, Gerard and Morgan were in a constant loop of splitting and reuniting. In 2016, they parted ways, only to be seen frolicking together on a beach in Tulum just months later. By 2019, they were back in the spotlight, posing arm in arm at the premiere of Angel Has Fallen, where Gerard dipped Morgan in a movie-worthy kiss on the red carpet. They looked solid, but fans had seen this before. In interviews, Butler opened up about his desire for a family. "In 5 years, I want to be in a relationship," he told People. "I'd love to have 1 or 2 kids. It's about time." But despite his romantic intentions, work always seemed to get in the way. "I have no personal life," he admitted in 2017. That frustration echoed in 2020, when the couple split again during the pandemic. "I went through a breakup during Corona," he said. "It was much harder than I thought." By April 2021, however, they were spotted once again, laughing, cuddling, and giving paparazzi reason to believe the romance had reignited. And again in January 2023, dinner dates hinted the flame was far from extinguished. Though Morgan isn't as high profile as some of Gerard's former flames, think Jennifer Aniston, Jessica Biel, and Naomi Campbell, she's clearly had the most lasting impact. A source close to the actor said, "Gerard's friends can't keep up, but somehow he always ends up back with Morgan. It's like she's the one who grounds him." Jennifer Aniston. Just friends or something more? When The Bounty Hunter hit theaters in 2010, fans were buzzing about more than just the action-packed plot. The undeniable chemistry between co-stars Gerard Butler and Jennifer Aniston sparked a wildfire of romance rumors. From red carpet flirtations to steamy magazine shoots, the two couldn't seem to escape the spotlight, or each other. On-screen, they played a bickering ex-couple with unresolved tension. Off-screen, they looked just as cozy. The media went into overdrive after Aniston and Butler posed for a sultry photo shoot with W magazine, where Jen lounged in lingerie while Butler held her close. Not long after, the pair showed up hand-in-hand at the film's premieres in London and New York, exchanged playful touches, and even shared a laugh-filled appearance at the Golden Globes. Cue the speculation. Were they dating? Was it real? Or just for publicity? Aniston was quick to hit back. "It's insulting," she said in an interview with GMTV, "to suggest that we're faking a relationship just to sell a movie. It's nonsense." For her, the connection with Butler was genuine, but strictly platonic. People think that if you get along with your co-star, it must mean you're sleeping together. It's just not true. Butler, too, was growing weary of the rumors. "I get linked to 3 different women in one day sometimes," he said. "It's exhausting. I loved working with Jen. She's smart, funny, and really down to earth. But that doesn't mean we're a couple." He added, "We hang out. We're good friends. That's it." Still, their actions didn't always help their case. In January, they had a very public cuddle fest at the Golden Globes. By February, they were spotted vacationing together in Mexico to celebrate Jen's 41st birthday. And during the promotional tour, they were all smiles and winks, flirting so openly that some outlets dubbed their dynamic a PR romance masterclass. But was it just great chemistry for the cameras, or something more that fizzled before it ever became serious? According to insiders, the attraction was real, but the timing wasn't right. Aniston was still carrying emotional baggage from her high-profile split with Brad Pitt, and Butler, famously commitment-phobic, wasn't looking to settle down. "He's not the kind of guy to one-up Brad," one friend joked at the time. "Jen's too smart for that. Jessica Biel, the one who got away." In 2011, sparks flew on the set of Playing for Keeps. Gerard Butler, Hollywood's ultimate bachelor, met Jessica Biel, fresh off a breakup with longtime boyfriend Justin Timberlake. What started as on-screen chemistry quickly turned into a real-life fling. By the summer of that year, the two were spotted together frequently, grabbing dinner in Shreveport, partying at crew get-togethers, and sharing quiet moments that made headlines. But while they definitely had chemistry, timing was not on their side. Behind the scenes, it was clear. Jessica was ready for more. After years of an on-again, off-again relationship with Timberlake, she wanted something serious. Gerard, on the other hand, was still in his boyish charm phase, magnetic, flirtatious, but non-committal. A friend of Butler's reportedly said, "Gerard says he wants to settle down eventually, but he won't anytime soon. Promise." And not with Jessica, it seemed. As their short-lived romance faded, Biel quietly slipped back into Justin's world. By January 2012, Timberlake had proposed. In October, they tied the knot in Italy. Meanwhile, Playing for Keeps hit theaters in December, giving audiences a fictional taste of a second-chance romance that never quite materialized in real life. Ironically, Butler played Biel's ex in the film, desperate to win her back. The release of the film proved bittersweet for Butler. According to a source close to him, he began to reflect on what could have been. "Gerard doesn't have many regrets," the insider told Radar Online, "but not treating Jessica with the respect she deserved while they dated is one of them. He even confessed privately that she might have been the one that got away. It wasn't just tabloid talk." Butler himself later admitted he had strong feelings for her during filming. But as the relationship fizzled, some say as early as October 2011, it became clear that their paths were diverging fast. Jessica liked Gerard a lot. She was into his boyish nature, the source added. But she wanted something more serious. She was ready to settle down. And he wasn't. For Biel, that summer fling may have offered clarity. She told Hello magazine, "I needed to be alone for a while. You make your own choice about whether to step back into a relationship or go in a different direction." That direction, of course, was Justin Timberlake, her now husband, who wasn't willing to let her get away again. Ashley Greene, a late-night encounter that sparked all the buzz. Gerard Butler and Ashley Greene was a short-lived spark that had everyone buzzing. The year, 2011. The place, the ever-so-trendy Boom Boom Room in NYC. She was fresh off her breakup with Joe Jonas. He was still Hollywood's reigning rogue. Sparks flew, at least enough for bystanders to notice. According to eyewitnesses, Butler was full-on charming, buying Ashley drinks, singing Journey's Don't Stop Believin', like a man on a mission, and yes, allegedly getting handsy in the process. One insider claimed, he had a hand on her shoulder and leaned into her. Flirty? Very? Serious? Not so much. The next day, the gossip machine roared to life. Photos surfaced, whispers turned into headlines, and suddenly Ashley was moving on with Gerard Butler. But just as quickly as it started, it fizzled. No red carpets, no confirmations, no dramatic splits, just pure tabloid ambiguity. Neither of them confirmed the fling, but neither denied it either. Classic Hollywood move, and this wasn't the only time the Twilight star crossed paths with the 300 hunk. Rumors swirled again after the CFDA Awards in New York, where Butler was reportedly extra flirty with Ashley. Some claimed he even shared the night with Lady Gaga and sang along to Poker Face. Yep, Gerard Butler fist-pumping to Gaga. That image alone made some fans cringe and wonder how cool the Scot really was. Gloria Maria, a scandalous fling or just a free-spirited affair? When Gerard Butler touched down in Brazil in 2007 to promote 300, he wasn't expecting to make headlines for anything beyond his rising Hollywood fame. But what stole the spotlight wasn't just the movie, it was his brief and fiery romance with legendary Brazilian journalist Gloria Maria. What made the fling even juicier? At the time, Butler was rumored to be casually seeing someone else. Gloria, always bold and unapologetic, later confirmed their affair in an interview. "We had a story. He came to launch 300, we met at the party, and it happened. He's a sweetheart, and yes, it was amazing." Her tone wasn't shameful. It was celebratory. "I'm free. I own my life. And so does he." But the timing raised eyebrows. Butler's name had been tied to a handful of women during that period, and sources hinted that his dalliance with Gloria may have overlapped with another low-key romance he was involved in. If there was infidelity, Butler never addressed it, and Gloria made it clear she wasn't concerned. Her attitude was simple. She wasn't anyone's secret or second choice. She was the moment. This wasn't Gloria Maria's first headline-making relationship, but it was one of the few she ever spoke about publicly. Known for her elegance and discretion, she typically kept lovers out of the spotlight. With Butler, though, the energy was too magnetic to keep hidden. Her recounting wasn't scandalous. It was empowering. "People were shocked when I said I once dated 5 men at once," she said in a live stream years later. "But I'm not here to please anyone. I lived." Penny Lane, newest flame. Gerard Butler may be 55, but his dating game is clearly not slowing down. The Scottish actor has recently been spotted cozying up with Sports Illustrated stunner Penny Lane, 29, and the chemistry is hard to ignore. The two were snapped, looking flirty and comfortable as they headed to lunch at the Queen's Pub in Primrose Hill, with Penny massaging his shoulders like they'd been together for years. The age gap? A full 25 years. But that hasn't stopped fans, or critics, from buzzing. Penny, recently crowned Sports Illustrated's Rookie of the Year, is no stranger to the spotlight. She's walked for Miami Swim Week, turned heads in Kim Kardashian's Skims Valentine's Day drop, and shares sultry content with her 300,000-plus followers. Yet beneath the glam is a woman with grit. She overcame unhealthy pressures early in her career, took time off to heal, and is now a certified holistic health coach. So, is this serious? Sources say, not really. Gerard's one of the biggest commitment phobes on the planet, an insider dished. After nearly a decade of an on-and-off relationship with designer Morgan Brown, he still isn't rushing to settle down. Fun? Absolutely. Forever? Don't hold your breath. Penny might be smitten for now, but if she's looking for something long-term, Gerard might not be the endgame. Still, for now, they're soaking in the moment. He's set to lead in the How to Train Your Dragon live-action film, and she's the it girl of 2024. Whether it's a fling or something more, one thing's certain, they've got people talking. Cameron Diaz. A string of late-night sightings. In 2008, sparks flew between Gerard Butler and Cameron Diaz, and the world noticed. The two reportedly met at a pre-Oscar party in L.A., and from the moment they were introduced, the chemistry was instant. What followed were a string of late-night sightings that had everyone buzzing. From the Roosevelt Hotel to the iconic Shutters in Santa Monica, witnesses described steamy moments, Diaz laughing, Butler with his arm around her waist, her hand on his chest. They looked like they were in their own world, one source recalled. It didn't stop there. The pair were seen on a double date with Reese Witherspoon and Jake Gyllenhaal at Chateau Marmont, arriving just after midnight. One guest said, Cameron rested her head on Gerard's shoulder. They were definitely into each other. Red wine, cozy vibes, and hand-holding under the table. Classic celebrity romance in full swing. Despite all the public flirting, both remained tight-lipped. No confirmation, no denial, just rumors, and lots of them. Even Butler's own mother chimed in, saying if it were true, she'd be thrilled to meet Cameron, but found it odd that no photos had surfaced. Gerard usually brings his dates home, she joked. Cameron had just come off a breakup with Justin Timberlake and a whirlwind of flings with Jude Law, John Mayer, and Chris Angel. Gerard, fresh from other entanglements, seemed like a bold, masculine shift. Fans loved it. The tabloids lapped it up. Lindsay Lohan had nothing to lose. In 2009, Gerard Butler and Lindsay Lohan gave Hollywood gossip something juicy to chew on. It all began at a star-studded party at the Mazagan Beach Resort in Morocco, where the Scottish heartthrob and the troubled Mean Girls star were spotted dancing, flirting, and, yes, locking lips. "He's hot. He's mine," Lindsay reportedly told a reporter that night. "I've got no ring on my finger, so I'm going to have lots of fun." Their kiss went viral, and rumors exploded. The pair were later seen reconnecting in California, cozying up at a pool party in Beverly Hills. Sources described a warm reunion, with Lindsay throwing her arms around Gerard on the balcony like they'd never skipped a beat. By early 2012, Lindsay even pitched Gerard as her dream co-star in Liz and Dick, the Elizabeth Taylor biopic. "He reminds me of Richard Burton," she gushed, though she admitted he probably wouldn't take the role. Still, her admiration was clear, and clearly lingering. Their fling was brief but wild, full of late-night parties, whispered conversations at Chateau Marmont, and balcony embraces that had paparazzi scrambling. One onlooker said, "They were laughing, whispering, and touching constantly. She asked him to lean in so she could talk in his ear." Both were navigating personal turmoil at the time. Gerard fresh out of rehab for painkillers, Lindsay trying to escape the shadow of legal troubles and alcohol monitoring bracelets. Perhaps that's why they clicked. Both were messy, both were magnetic, and both had nothing to lose. Naomi Campbell, a fling that turned into friendship. Back in 2007, sparks flew between Hollywood action star Gerard Butler and British supermodel Naomi Campbell. Both 37 at the time, the two made waves when they were spotted together on multiple occasions, setting off a flurry of romance rumors. Their chemistry first ignited at the Cannes Film Festival, where they were seen enjoying each other's company in the most glamorous of settings. Eyewitness accounts added fuel to the fire. One source told Canada.com, "She came out of the hotel first and got into a waiting SUV. Then a few minutes later, Gerard came out and got into the same vehicle. When they returned, they exited from opposite sides and went in separately." Classic celebrity maneuver or classic secret fling? Either way, the sightings didn't go unnoticed. Though their fling didn't last long, just a few whirlwind months, it was enough to stir plenty of tabloid buzz. Naomi and Gerard never confirmed the relationship publicly, but their body language did plenty of talking. Still, as quickly as the romance flared, it fizzled. By the end of 2007, whatever was going on had cooled off. But here's the twist. There was no drama, no fallout. Instead of vanishing from each other's lives, Gerard and Naomi remained on friendly terms. They've been spotted socializing at events in the years since, showing that while the romance may have ended, the respect and connection didn't. For Gerard, Naomi was one of the most high-profile women he was ever linked to. For Naomi, it was just another page in her legendary book of bold romances. Madonna, when she played nurse, and maybe more to him. In one of the most unexpected Hollywood pairings, rumors once swirled that Gerard Butler and Madonna shared more than just a film set. Back in 2008, while shooting Rock'n'Rolla, directed by Madge's then-husband Guy Ritchie, Butler fell seriously ill. But instead of a medical team, it was the queen of pop herself who turned up, carrying meds and instructions. She was awesome, Butler recalled. She showed up like, "So you're the sick one. Take this, this, and this." The infection was brutal. But Madonna played nurse, and Gerard was more than grateful. Then came the whispers. Oscar after-parties, dance floor chemistry, body language that screamed something more. Eyewitnesses claimed Madonna and Butler were grinding all over each other, blurring the line between innocent fun and sizzling flirtation. But of course, neither party confirmed anything. Classic Hollywood playbook. At the time, Butler was riding high off the success of 300, oozing Spartan swagger, while Madonna was redefining herself yet again, post-confessions on a dance floor and knee-deep in tabloid buzz from her failing marriage. The two made for an oddly compelling duo. He, the brawny Scottish heartthrob with a cheeky grin. She, the global icon with a thing for reinvention and younger men. Was it just a moment? A brief spark of shared adrenaline between two A-listers on separate trajectories? Maybe, but it was enough to make headlines, light up gossip columns, and leave fans wondering, did Madonna add Leonidas to her list of conquests? Brandi Glanville. He forgot her name. It started casually in 2011, a beach party, a phone number, a week of fun. Gerard Butler and Brandi Glanville shared a short-lived fling that, in her words, rated an 11 out of 10. But what should have ended there exploded into a reality TV-fueled drama years later. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star revealed their hookup on Watch What Happens Live, catching Butler off guard. "I didn't even know her last name," he later said with a cringe, explaining that he hadn't realized she was famous. That comment? It lit the fuse. Brandi didn't hold back. On Twitter and in a fiery blog post, she blasted Butler for acting embarrassed. "Who the fur do you think you are?" she wrote. "Whether they are famous or not, respect the women you invite into your bed." She called out the double standard, accusing the actor of misogyny and humiliation, especially for implying she wasn't worthy of acknowledgement after their fling. "So the rating of 11 was a peace offering," she snapped. "I could have just told the truth." Butler later admitted he felt bad and called Brandi to apologize. But the damage was done. For Brandi, it was more than a one-week romance. It became symbolic of every man who dismissed her worth. For Gerard, it was a reminder of how one flippant remark can spiral into tabloid chaos. Josie Darby, a brief spark. Back in 2005, Gerard Butler was briefly linked to British TV presenter Josie Darby. The two reportedly hit it off after meeting at a film premiere and were soon seen together at several events, sparking rumors of a romance. Josie, known for being one of the youngest hosts of her own UK chat show, brought a spark of intelligence and charm to the pairing. Though their chemistry was noted, the relationship was never officially confirmed and quietly faded by 2006. Since then, Darby has kept her personal life low-key, while Butler moved on to more publicized flings. Madalina Ganea, his first true love. When Gerard Butler met Romanian bombshell Madalina Ganea in 2012, sparks flew fast and hot. The Scottish actor and the 25-year-old model first connected in New York, spending an entire night together just trying on hats and talking. Didn't even kiss, Gerard told Extra, but 3 days later he was at her doorstep in Milan. It didn't take long before the couple became a tabloid favorite. They were spotted vacationing in Europe, cozying up on red carpets, and even spending Christmas together in Scotland with Butler's family. Yes, that's serious. Madalena, who had previously been linked to Leonardo DiCaprio, didn't hold back her feelings either. She called Gerard her first true love and gushed about his charm, saying, "He's a great guy who knows how to do everything." She even admitted on Italian TV that she was ready for kids and dreamed of a big family with pets. Marriage, not urgent. But a future together? Definitely on her mind. And yet, by summer 2013, it was over. Gerard, then 43, confirmed the breakup, saying he was single again and not in a relationship at the moment. No drama, just two people whose timing didn't line up. "At some point, I do want to settle down," he said, but that time wasn't now. Rumors swirled about the cause, busy schedules, different life goals, but they never trashed each other publicly. In fact, they were photographed holding hands in Rome even after the breakup. Whatever happened, it was intense, fast, and real while it lasted. Madalena would later say she'd made the wrong choices in men, hinting at disappointment. And there you have it. Gerard Butler's love life from 2003 to 2024, a whirlwind of flings, fiery romances, and near commitments. From red carpet rumors to international headlines, he's dated models, actresses, reality stars, and more, but never made it down the aisle. Despite the ups and downs, one thing's clear. Gerard Butler is as captivating off-screen as he is on it. Now we want to hear from you. Which of Gerard's relationships surprised you the most? Do you think he'll ever settle down, or is he destined to stay Hollywood's eternal bachelor? If you enjoyed this dive into his romantic history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the lives of your favorite stars.